Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem using the concepts of cross product. So as per the problem, the area of the parallelogram formed by the vectors p and q is square root of 35. Determine the values of a for which this is true. So we have to find the a value, which is the x component of vector p, so that the area of this parallelogram is square root of 35. The first step is to write the formula for area of parallelogram formed by vectors p and q, and the formula is area equals magnitude of p cross q. So the first step is to find the cross product of vectors p and q. And for that, we'll stack the y, z, x and y components of vectors p and q. So for vector p, the y component is 1, z component is -1, x component is a, and y component is 1. For vector q, y component is 1, z component is 2, x component is 1, and y component is 1. Now we can find the x, y, and z components of the cross product of these two vectors. So we start with the x component, and for that we should cross multiply the y and z components. So we start with 1 times 2 minus 1 times -1. I get x equals 3. Now we can find the y component, and we should cross multiply the z and x components. So we get minus 2 times a. So I get -1 minus 2a. Now we can find the z component, and we should cross multiply the x and y components. So we start with a times 1 minus 1 times 1. I get a minus 1. So the cross product of vectors p and q is vector 3, -1, minus 2a, a minus 1. Now we can find the magnitude of this vector. So we should square the components, add them, and apply square root to the sum. Now we can simplify this expression under the square root. 3 squared is 9. We can expand the square on -1 minus 2a by writing the expression twice. And we can do the same with a minus 1. Now we can use the FOIL method to distribute the terms in the parentheses. So we get, so negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 times negative 2a is positive 2a. Negative 2a times negative 1 is positive 2a. And negative 2a times negative 2a is positive 4a squared. Then a times a is a squared. A times negative 1 is minus a. Minus 1 times a is minus a. And minus 1 times minus 1 is positive 1. Now we can combine like terms. So we can add the number terms. 9 plus 1 and then plus 1 at the end becomes 11. Then 2a plus 2a minus a minus a is equal to 2a. 4a square plus a square is 5a square. So this is the expression for area of the parallelogram. Now we are given that the area is square root of 35. So the equation we get is so we have to solve this equation. The next step is to square both sides to get rid of the square root on both sides. So the square root and the square cancel each other out. Now we can move all terms to the left side by subtracting 35 from both sides and set the equation equal to 0. On the left side, we can arrange the terms in the descending order of the exponent on a. So this is a quadratic equation we have to solve. So we can use the crisscross method or the decomposition method to factor this quadratic equation. If we use the crisscross method, the factors of 5 are 5 and 1. The factors of negative 24 we can use to get a sum of 2 are 12 and negative 2. So if we cross multiply these numbers, 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, 1 times 12 is positive 12, and negative 10 plus 12 is equal to 2. So we can write the factored form of this equation by pairing up the numbers at the same level, and we write the variable a with 5 and 1. So the factors are 5a plus 12 and then a minus 2. So we don't write 1 as a coefficient with a, so we write just a in the second parentheses. So this is the factored form of the equation. Now we get two cases. To the first case is we can solve for a in this equation by subtracting 12 from both sides. And now we can divide both sides by 5. So I get a equals negative 12 over 5. So this is the first solution for A. Now we can analyze the second case. Now we can add 2 to both sides. So I get A equals 2. So this is the second possible value for A. So there are two possible values of A for which the area of the parallelogram is equal to square root of 35. So this should be the final answer for this problem. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.